I translated Wikipedia's timeline of Indian history from 4000 BC all the way to the modern day, using languages with terrible translation quality, and this was the result. Sponsored by Incogni. 4000 BCE. In Hindu times, it began with the use of one of the oldest machine markers in the sun's holy scriptures, called the Trunk of Andres. Between 1000 and 1500 years ago, the cultural community developed new technologies, letters, bronchodilators in literary fields, including urban planning, brick house burning, efficient cleaning systems, pest support systems, and large non-kitchen structures. This culture is mainly used in the form of many bamboos. What are bronchodilators, by the way? And also, what are pest support systems? It's pro-pest. 2600 BC, Damien Indus Tourism Guide for Adults. That's the first shout out, the Damien Indus Tourist Guide for Adults. Not for kids. 1900 BCE, the mature Indian civilization ended in Indian tourism. 1700 BC, Prague Tiara Sandra. It sounds like a Hindu. Has become the stabbing of King Mahada, a cruel man. The magic became the third Prince of Wales. What? After brown sugar, Brihad Karama Magda became governor of the Ten Rings. 1292 BC, after the brave king, Sultanji Vamia became 12 governors. He split himself up. The creation of Vietnam, he's here. Vietnam's here, boys. Also, creation of a bank, just one of them. After a brief jab, he became the 24th king of the Bahamas. Just a bit of a brief jab. 700 BC includes holy text in the Holy Book of Hinduism. Costa Rica is a black polytechnic culture in the north. That sounds kind of offensive. I don't really know. 350 BC, Panini's English language, from the origin of Radhara, the founder of the English language that describes the grammatical phrases of Panini in the same quantity. Huh? This is like Elden Ring lore, they've all got the same name. They call him Panini the Unwashed. 304 BC, in exchange for 5 weapons, Seleucus dedicated the mainland, Africa/Preston, to the port of Gupta, and Seleucus agreed to marry his partner, Rigupta. 290 BC, Indian archaeologist and poet Pila Shan invented this weapon, also known as the finger formula. 165 BC, Mandi, the Indonesian Greek king, was the king of the Indonesian Greek Empire. When he became a supporter of God, Greek Buddhism, and adopted him, he was considered the most radical sectarian king in Greece. What is that? What is going on? Why did he adopt him? 100 BC, former Indian dollar, Shark Samhita, Kadisha Adrio religion logo, wings retention, and Aghan Wish Samhita's response to stress. I think I understand. An era of success begins. We're so back. 320 AD, the servant got up and grabbed the secret stuff. 335 AD, General Gupta took the garden and expanded the queen. Okay. 455, Shunagata behaved very well in the wax. He's behaving very well in that. 467, the hands stood up. During the reign of King Yogi Kata, an army of British grandparents also left. There they go. 500 AD, Mihirakul Alkinant Sigananucho has been through the website. Nihashilo, considered a cruel monarch, and the statue of the goddess was destroyed when his empire was exposed. Empire exposed. Huge drama. This stuff's all history now, but your personal data being sold could be history using today's video sponsor, Incogni. If you've ever been on the internet for a long time, you've no doubt spilled a big bucket of personal data everywhere. from signing up to business classes as a kid to looking for sweet deals on ice cream as an adult. But every time something seems too good to be free, your data is the price. Ever wonder how scam callers get your, or maybe your little old granny's phone number? Well, data brokers allow them to, and in some cases target vulnerable communities and knowingly sell personal data to scammers. Yeah. You don't have to clean that big stinking data spill all by yourself. Incogni reaches out to data brokers on your behalf, requests your personal data removal, and deals with any objections from their side. Take your personal data back with Incogni. Use code STARVEHARV at the link below and get 60% off an annual plan at incogni.com/StarveHarv. 528, following the Sunday War, Asad Haman defeated the universe of Hans and the Guptas and formed the Sewer Gatchets. What a gadget. 993, Rajesh Kolam of Sri Lanka with a pistol. Edu Wada of Sri Lanka shakes his head. No, not right. 1003, connect the Maldives to the link of the Solar Empire. 1014, Mahmud Ghazni, the Hindu king Shahid Trelochan Flak Haravan Punjab, lost his 100. Then he tried to attack his wife, and Sango Rogan attacked her. The heck is going on? 1025, the Saracen Eagle was cut off from Muhammad Ghazni's main tank. They're so advanced. Say in India and China they had tanks so early. The room was created by Pema Bielo, a chocolate circle. What? What's a chocolate circler? What do you do for a living? Oh, I'm a chocolate circler. Also read Albanians settle in India's torch after Muhammad's death. 1157, Kalyani Calgary Inc. v. The middle-aged man goes after someone else's happiness. 1194, Kusu Muhammad and Kanujaiso Jason Hamsimathi were scared of the moon and killed Corey Jayachandran. Why this? That's not an excuse! 1210, Kotboding played Ibec Polo and died. 1211, Angbima Dev III initially came from the present-day Odisha and was defeated by the governor of Bangladesh, Iwaz Hijik. Confirming time travel. 1221. After escaping Quissam Shoal and Eddie Block Sudpak in Edinburgh, he found himself in Glasgow after losing money in the Indian Sea. What's worse, losing money in the sea or finding yourself in Glasgow? 1226. One day, just one of them, King Prius of Assam destroyed the 9th king of the royal family. 1229. Modern Muslims are not afraid of their ghosts. Contrary to his past actions, he broke free from the shadow of Corrado and took complete control of Cardo. 1236, the ruler of modern-day Uzbekistan, Narasimha I, conquered Bidi Wabir and began to rule Bengal, Bihar, and Bengal before the Islamic State group, which ruled Turkey, was defeated. And then Rachel is a white pigeon of the Sultan. Okay. 1257, when the Kamstrup Empire came under the influence of Tazo Sandhya, the owner of Bangladesh, Ikyes, and the emperors Mamaluk and Narasimha Mahadev of Cambodia became Ghana's first police officers. Congrats! Why is it always mentioning Cambodia? He's like, yep, I'm here, boys. 1275, the Saints are late. 1290, you don't need a bear snake. What is a bear snake, can I ask? Or I just don't need it. 1414, as Malawi general manager, Timur defeats Tanri and founded Sarajevo. Very cool. Deborah succeeded her father, Vera Vishapad, the king of Vienna. It just left India now. I don't know if you've been in India for a while. 1492, in a bid to rescue 140 people abducted from Afghanistan, Afghanistan militants killed Sadel Ruthenian Piper on the battlefield and died of their wounds in the fighting. Masterful gambit there. 1518, like David and Arnold, what matters is that the balance is not the same. 1522, the most heart-wrenching ducal plateau is the Coromandel Bay. Right, I'll keep that in mind. 527, under the whims of Amvisradi, commander, this prostitute betrayed the Shanghai dynasty in the Battle of Canada's Hiradi Gabani. 1545, the king of Syria died and received the Islamic name of Sowat from him. That's continuing on the law, you know. 1572, I went to Fatah Bursik, Abor Anand Legita in Mughal. This new penetrating building is inspired by the people of Malaysia and Kashmir. What? 1605, after a while, he left, and Jean Jerry went. See you guys. 1661, I'm proud of you. 1669, the plain and Emperor Mughal Hiwan Mudrakar met during an encounter in Delphi. I am Emperor, but I am also a plane. Thanks to Charlotte Shivaji Maharaj's arrogance, the Mughals captured the White Sikh fort, named after Jagadina Kadahan, during the Battle of Marathi-e-Sinwa. 1680, question mark, subscribing? You heard the man. 1682, the Prophet, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, said that happiness comes from respecting and respecting you. Okay, thanks. 1688, Akbar, who scored his second boundary of the innings, was weighed by Rajaram Jack. Thanks. 1690, during the Adani War, the Maldivian Empire was defeated by the Maldives Empire. What's happening here? What is happening here? 1699, the German was born and ordered by Ananda Sahib Hengelsa in Punjab. It's very peaceful, there are not that many wars. A lot of killing and death, but not that much war. 1729, in the Battle of Punta Kanan, Emperor Multi defeated the empire in Moscow at the request of King Jarasha. In the Battle of Dabai, not to be confused with Dubai, the Caesar team defeated the Maratha Mahula Empire and the Maratha Empire. 1754, he was reigned by the King of Kings in the Battle of Komahal. The incident, which happened in a black hole in Kathmandu, later turned into a type of PLC war when soldiers of East India were brutally captured. What is the incident? Hello? We don't talk about it. In the Battle of Bharatpur, I got on a plane. Bye-bye. 1760, Rangers fight after England loses France. They actually just lost France. Where's he go? 1761, 30,000 Sikhs killed 30,000 Sikhs, of whom not only 30,000, but 1,000 Ahmads were killed. No. Just specifically 1,000 Ahmads. I don't know how this happened, but this is very personal, by the way, the attacks they've been given. 1762, Madhavara's arrogance led to the defeat of the Great Hague in the rubber Nizam area of the Marathon Empire and the Great Hack of the battlefield. 1798, the Fourth People's Struggle began. The Zaid of East India Company and the East India countries renovated the Vedic Empire and installed the fourth toilet. 1817, the Third Anglo-American War began. Hindu College, Presidential College, now Presidential College. They need to let us know that the name hasn't changed. Emperor Durrani of Saskatchewan and Emperor Multan, 1818, received the Original Song Award. It's about time something good happened. 1849, during the Chilean War, led by Sinclair Iwala, security forces defeated Anglo-American. Who is Anglo-American? It's just one guy. 1853, the first railway line was built between Mumbai and millions of people. This is a good summary of the British rule in India. British victory in the Indian War of 1857. During the British rule, India left India and the British signed India, ending Mughal rule in India. India's like, you know what, forget it, I'm off. 1869, as long as you read the Bible, it means that you can keep Yehovah as the number of God Talas. What is the original? Okay. It's Mahatma Gandhi is born. What? Possibly pro-Bible? What? What? Why has he got his Twitter handle in there? Just in case you wanted to follow him. 1906, I looked in the mirror. Muslim League formed in Dhaka. Or they're all the same. However, the structure of hot pulp can be similar. Very true. 1911, the Bangladeshi region is a little empty. 1912, daily program, finding a bomb as a flame. 1915, that was his satisfaction. 1920, Seyfield's game is unbearable. That's my review of Seyfield's game. 1931, perfume seller. Perfume seller, I'm going into battle. I need only your strongest perfumes. 1971, Bangladesh beat Bangladesh by 7 wickets, and Pakistan won the toss and elected to bat first. Why is it all about cricket? This is so important. 2001, many criminals are registered police users in New Delhi. Armed man, 5 months. Is that a threat to me? And in December, Gospel newsletter. 2002, do things, Agni. Britain and the United States encourage their people to leave India and Pakistan and continue to use violence to prevent war. Keep using violence there. 2007, there's a high probability of nuclear war between India and Pakistan. The first commercial flight took off from India. That can't be right. No, if it's rockets. So they were really kind of in the future with the tanks, but 2007 they kind of went behind. 2008, after congressional approval, George W. Bush signed a nuclear arms treaty with India, ending the 3-year US attack on New Delhi. Why have they done this? 2009, after winning the election, Prime Minister Manmohan Singh headed the government and held senior positions in the government. Most lost just 11 jobs. I was holding down 12 jobs, and now I've lost 11 of them. 2011, after being the captain for 28 years, Mahendra Sindhu has ruled the Indian cricket world. They've got their own planet for cricket. That's pretty cool. 2013, the helicopter is bad. 2019, my father is determined to elect Modi as the Prime Minister of India. On December 11th, 2019, the Indian Parliament and Citizens Act granted citizenship to Hindus, Muslims, Saints, Zoroastrians, and Christians. In December 2014, there were terrorist attacks in Pakistan, Bangladesh, and Afghanistan, and no one escaped. What do you mean? Huh? How is that the last thing? What do you mean no one escaped? That's it. Thanks again to Incogni for sponsoring this video. Check them out in the description.